Okay, for some very strange reason before, this sheet had no answers on it. I guess I missed it. Maybe it stuck to the papers as I was turning them over and as I completed them. So here are the questions for numbers 16 through 20. Change the standard deviation in this problem to 3,050 and the number of schools to 49. So look, what I noticed right away is that after reading it, is it talks about sample mean cost. That's central limit theorem, reinforced by the fact that they're giving the sample size with the schools. So that means I'm going to go with second var's normal CDF, and I want to go less than 27,300. So I go from negative 10 to the 99th. That's always my minimal starting point. And I go to 27,300. The average or the mean is 26,489. And then I have to take the standard deviation, which in this case was changed to 3,050, and divide it by the square root of the sample size, which is in this case changed to 49. And I crunch those numbers and I come up with 0.9686. This is one question I have a little bit of fear about on the final exam, because I try so very hard to make sure in each homework there's a spiraling of the concepts in the review so they both stay fresh in your mind. And for any students in the class who struggle to get them right with the first try, that later on the third, fourth, or fifth try that they can get them right. Well, this is one that we did earlier on, and we did it over 2 or 3 days in a row, and then I kind of got away from it and forgot to include it in homeworks. So let's talk about this. It's an IQ test, mean of 100, standard deviation 15. But the big part is it says between what two test scores do approximately 95% of the scores lie. And if you remember in video 1, I made it a point to pull up a picture of the normal curve. Okay, maybe I can do that again. Let me try here. Let me go to Safari. And let me go to, is this the normal curve? No, that's not the normal curve. Here we go, normal curve right here. So remember what we had? We had within one standard deviation is 68% of the scores. Within two standard deviations is 95% of the scores. See it in the upper right here? And this particular graph doesn't have it on it, but there's another one that'll go out to 3 standard deviations, and that's about 99% of the scores. So 2 standard deviations gets me to 95%. So each standard deviation is worth 15. So 2 below is negative 2 times 15, which is 30. And 100 minus 30, because you're going below, is 70. And 2 above is 2 times 15 is 30. And then 100 plus 30 is 130. So it would be between 70 and 130. Number 18. Time taken to manufacture a certain car at a plant has a normal distribution. Okay, as soon as they say that, I'm thinking normal CDF. Standard deviation of 3.5 hours. The time taken to manufacture is your mean of 29. Find the probability it's between 27 and 35. So the low end is 27, the higher end is 30.5, the mean is 29, and the standard deviation is 3.5. Put those numbers in, you get 0.3820. It's really a matter of just identifying those 4 things. The normal, being able to do the normal curve and normal CDF is the most time spent topic this year. So you're going to see more questions about that on your final than any other kind of question. I think there's maybe 4 or 5. I think 5 on the whole test. So it's not like it's the whole test, but it's a pretty good chunk of it. Okay, number 19. Radar unit measures speeds on a highway. We changed the mean to 85, standard deviation of 10. What's the probability it travels more than 100 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour? So the slowest speed they're looking for here is 100. Then we always use the greatest possible number that the calculator takes, which is 10 to the 99th. 85 is the mean, 10 is the standard deviation. Crunch those numbers, you get 0.0668. And last but not least on this sheet, we're going to change to 16.8 years old, less than 16.8. Older than 16.8, and a standard deviation of 0.8. So, normal curve, normally distributed. So second bar is normal CDF. I want to go from 16.8 up. So that means 16.8 is the lower end, 10 to the 99th is the upper. The mean is 15.8 and the standard deviation is 0.8. Crunch those numbers, you get 0.1056.